Good morning children and welcome back to your science world. I am your science teacher. In previous video we started our 10th lesson water. I hope you all watched the video number 1 and you also read the test book also. Now today we continue this 10th lesson water. Before starting the next part of this lesson, I recapitulate the video number 1. So first of all, we learned about the how water is very essential for all living things. And the water, next one, we learned about the sources of water. There are the two sources of water. One is the surface water and another one is the groundwater. The surface water's example, it is the rivers, ponds, oceans and lakes. These are the example of surface water. Now the groundwater means the water which is found inside the ground or soil. It is called as a groundwater. And this groundwater's example, that is the tube well and the well or hand pump. These are the example of groundwater. Now next we discussed about the properties of water. Now the water is a colorless, odorless and tasteless substance. Water is a colorless, means it does not have any color, it does not have a sweet or bitter smell, and the next one, it is a tasteless also, and colorless and odorless. Odorless means it does not have any sweet or another fragrance. Next one, we learnt about the states of water. There are three states of water. One is a solid, second one is the liquid and third one is the gas. The solid means the ice. Ice is in a solid form. Now the liquid, it is in a drinking water. Whatever we drink the water, it is in the liquid form. And third one, gas, that is in a water vapor or steam form. These are the three states of water. One is a solid, means ice, liquid means water and gas means water vapor or steam. Next I told about the water does not have a fixed shape. Water does not have a fixed shape. But the solid water means ice, it has a fixed shape. Only solid water has a fixed shape. Remaining the liquid and gaseous form of water, it does not have a fixed shape. And the reason also I told, are you remember? Once I told, that is the water in the liquid and gaseous form. In this form, the molecules are very loosely packed. That's why they do not have a fixed shape. But in a solid form, the all molecules are very tightly packed. So the solid state of a water, it has a fixed shape. Now children, you open the test book. Next part I will read. You first listen and after that you also read. Water, liquid to solid state. When water is cooled inside a freezer, it turns into a solid. Frozen water or water in a liquid solid state is called ice. Ice has a fixed shape. It does not flow. When ice is kept inside or is heated, it changes back into water. Now my dear student, the water is the interchangeable substance or matter. Interchangeable means what? It can change the solid to liquid, then it also change from liquid to solid, and it also change from gas to solid and gas to liquid also. So got na? Why the water is called interchangeable? Because the water can be changed into the different forms like solid, liquid and gas. That's why the water is called interchangeable. Now we first of all discussed about how the water in the liquid form can be converted into solid state, means liquid to solid. So listen children. Children, in day-to-day life, you drink the water. That drinking water is in a which state? It is in a liquid state, means at room temperature, the water is present in a liquid state. But when you keep this water inside the freezer, what happens? It is in the liquid form or solid form? It is converted into ice, na? So, the water in the room temperature, it is in a liquid form, and when we keep inside the freezer, it becomes into solid form. Got na? And that frozen water, it is called as a ice. The frozen water is called as a ice, and this ice has a fixed shape, cube shape, na? This water means the solid water. Solid water means ice. That ice has a fixed shape. When we keep the outside the freezer, when we keep the ice outside the freezer, what happen? It becomes what happen? It will be melt and it convert into liquid state. So got means when we keep the ice outside the freezer or when we heat the ice, it will melt into liquid state. Means the solid ice converted into liquid due to what? Heating. And when we keep the liquid water, means when we keep the water in the liquid form inside the freezer, it will becomes the solid state. Means to liquid to solid. Because of what? Due to cooling, the liquid water is converted into solid ice due to cooling, and the solid ice, it is converted into liquid due to heating. Got na? That's why the water is called as a interchangeable matter or substance. Now another one example, children. In summer season, now these are the summer days. In summer days, we bring the ice cream. When we bring the ice cream, it is in the solid form, but after time, it will be melt. So due to the heating or due to the temperature, the ice cream will be melt. Now next part I will read. Water, liquid to gaseous state. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. Water vapor is the gaseous state of a water and does not have a fixed shape. Very hot water vapor is called as a steam. Steam can cause burns. When water vapor or steam is cooled, it changes back into water. If you keep a small vessel near the steam, you will notice tiny water droplets forming inside it. The water vapor has changed from gaseous state to liquid state. Thus, the state of a water changes on heating or cooling. Now I explain the next part. That is the second one. How can we change liquid to gas? Like solid to liquid, na? How can we change liquid to gas? Listen, children. Now, children, if the water is hot or hot enough, it starts to boiling, na? You can see when your mother prepare a tea. At that time, when the water will boil, na? When the water gets sufficient amount of heat, it will be boil. At that time, what happened? Bubbles of a water vapors are formed. Bubbles of water form the water vapor, and this happens as the particles of liquid water gain the enough energy to overcome the bond, because these matter or these liquid has a specific bonds, and these bonds or the force of attraction between them, it can be broken and they form the water vapor. Now got na? How can we change the liquid to gas? When we heat the water, it becomes a water vapor. Due to heating, the water convert into water vapor, and the hot water vapor, it is called as a steam. The hot vapor, it is called as a steam. So the water will be changed into water vapor due to heating. Now children, when your mother open the pressure cooker's lid, you can see the small water droplets inside the lid, na? Now how can it happen? Because inside the pressure cooker, what happened? There is a presence of water vapor. When your mother off the gas, at that time the pressure cooker got the coolness, and due to that cooling, the water vapor inside the pressure cookers, they also get the coolness and converted into water. Means the water vapor inside the pressure cooker, when they got the coolness, they convert into water vapor. So got na? How can the water vapor change into water? Thus the state of water changes on heating or cooling. Due to heating, the water can change into water vapor, and due to cooling, the water vapor change into water, and the water can change into ice also. So that's why the water is called as an interchangeable substance. Children, are you observe in which season the wet clothes will dry faster? Which season? In summer season. In summer season, the clothes are dried very fast, or when we keep the clothes in the sunlight, at that time these clothes will be dry very fast, because due to the sun's heat, the water from the wet cloths, it will be easily converted into water vapor, so the clothes will be dry very faster. Now I read the next part of the lesson. Listen. Water cycle. We get water from rain, but where does the rain come from? In nature, the earth's water is constantly in a circulation. It moves from water bodies on the earth to the sky and back. In a kind of cycle, the circulation of water is called the water cycle. Due to the sun's heat, the water from the seas, oceans, lakes, rivers, ponds and streams changes to water vapor. This is called evaporation. This water vapor rises up and goes into the sky, where it meets the cool air, forming tiny droplets of water. This is called condensation. These droplets of water join together and form clouds. As more and more droplets collect, the clouds become heavy and the water droplets come down in the form of rain. The rainwater flows into the lakes, rivers and ocean. Now I explain the water cycle. Listen carefully, children. Now I explain about the water cycle. Which cycle? Water cycle. Children, you know where does the all earth water come from? We can get water from rain. We can get water from rain. Earth water is always in a movement and the natural water cycle, and this is known as a hydraulic cycle. Which cycle? Hydraulic cycle means water cycle is also called as a hydraulic cycle. Now listen, what is water cycle? Now the water cycle, it is a continuous process of evaporation, condensation, rainfall or precipitation. It is a continuous process of evaporation, condensation, precipitation or rainfall. Now one by one I will explain this part. Now children, the all rainwater is collected into where? In oceans, in rivers, in ponds, in groundwater also. Now this water gets heated due to sun's heat. Means due to sun's heat, the water changes into water vapor. Due to the sun's heat, water change into water vapor, and this is called as a evaporation. Evaporation means what? The change of a water into water vapor due to heating. It is called as a evaporation. It is the first step of a water cycle. Now the next one, this water vapor, it goes upward and upward. This water vapor, it goes upward and form cloud. Means the water vapor rises up and what forms? Clouds. Now when the clouds goes very upward and when the clouds get coolness, At that time, the water vapor inside the cloud, it becomes or it forms the water droplets. It forms the water droplets and it is called as a condensation. It is the second part of the water cycle. Condensation means what? The change of a water vapor into water droplet due to cooling. It is called as a condensation. It is the second part, condensation. And when the water droplets are when the cloud become very heavier, at that time what happen? The rain start. When the cloud becomes more heavier, the rain start. Rain means what? It is the third part of the water cycle. When the rain start, rainfall means what? Precipitation. When the cloud become more and more heavier and it burst in the form of rainfall. And this rainfall means this rainwater is collected into water bodies, means oceans, in streams, pond, everywhere it is collected. Now once again this collected water gets heated due to sun's heat and they form cloud. And the cloud when get the coolness, they form water droplets. When the clouds become more heavier, the cloud burst and form what start? Rain. Means it is a continuous process. It is a not non-stop process. It is a continuous process of evaporation, condensation and rainfall. It is called as a water cycle. Are you got now? Water cycle means what? Now another one term, are you known? Sublimation. Sublimation means what? Sometimes some substance can change directly from solid to gas, and this process is called as a sublimation. For example, dry ice, when it is placed in the contact with air, it gets converted into the gaseous carbon dioxide and it likes a fork. Then another one example, everyone know, in your bathroom you can hang the odonil. The odonil is in a solid state, but it can decrease in size. How can? Because that solid state is converted into gaseous state and it can give a very good odor. Then another one example, everyone know that naphthalene balls. These naphthalene balls are kept in a cloths and these are also sublimate. So got now what is the sublimate? Dry ice, camphor and naphthalene, these are the sublimate. Here we completed our lesson number 10, water. Now I tell the summary of this lesson. First of all, we learned about the how is the water is very essential for all living things. Without water, they can't survive. Second, we learned about the sources of water. The first source is the surface water and second one is the groundwater. Ponds, rivers, oceans and lakes, these are the example of surface water. And the tube well and the hand pump and well, these are the example of groundwater. Then after that what we learn? Listen. Next we learned about the properties of water. Water is a odorless, colorless and tasteless substance. The next we learned about the states of water. The water is in a 3 state. First one is a solid, second one is a liquid and third one is a gas. The ice is in a solid state, water is in a liquid state and water vapor is in a gaseous state. Next we discussed or learned about the water is an interchangeable substance. Means water can change into 3 states. That's why now first we discussed about how can we change the solid to liquid. When we heat the ice, at that time it will convert into liquid. Then next we learned about how can we change the liquid to solid. When we keep the liquid inside the freezer, it will turn into ice, the solid state. And when the gas becomes very cool one, when the get coolness, it convert into water. Means the water can be interchangeable due to heating or cooling. Next we learned about the water cycle. The continuous process of evaporation, condensation and rainfall, it is called as a water cycle. Here we completed our lesson number 10, water. You watch the all videos and read the test book. Thank you, children.